Hello, this is Fernando Mendes with Radio International from the Eurovision Song Contest 2016. Welcome again, where we are gonna be spending a few minutes with another of the participants, one of the men who will make you enjoy during the first semi-final soon enough. This is Freddie from Hungary. Hello, Freddie.
Hi, hey guys.
Well, you finally came to the rehearsals. What's the impression of your first rehearsal? How do you like how things are going so far?
Everything went fine. First rehearsal is always about checking the sound, and we fixed everything vocally. Monitors are excellent as well. So first rehearsal was about singing the song a couple of times and make ourselves comfortable on the stage, which we actually did. So I think it was more than fun.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to get back to your song, the performance, and the contest, but there is something about your biography that I read and really struck me. It's you used to write poems.
Yeah, yeah. That's how I started. I don't really know why they were actually poems, but I felt like I should do that. And after that, when I just got involved with music, I felt like maybe these poems could serve as lyrics as well, and they actually did some of them. So yeah, I was 15 years old when I started.
And speaking of of those poems, is there any chance of seeing them published in a book, maybe?
That's a great question. Actually, I never thought of that in that way. They are poems because of their structures. The rhymes they have just make it a poem. I never thought of that, publishing them like a book of poems. They are much more like how to say lines and great thoughts to lyrics, and those thoughts, those lines, those rhymes that are fit in a certain song, I use them. So it's not about a complete poems, but sometimes if I feel that this could relate well to a certain song, I use a couple of lines from them. So it's a bit different.
Well, something else that we know about you is that you are about to launch an album.
Yeah, actually, that is true. I'm quite a young artist. I mean, it's only been a rough year that I'm doing this stuff, and of course, it's not like having an album immediately. We felt like we should work a little bit more thoroughly, focusing on songs, focusing song by song, focusing rather on creating great songs as singles. And after having three or four uh, songs that are quite massive, or significant, or actually radio centered, that would help much more to create and to make an album, because then audience would know that, all right, this guy has four great songs that we already know. Let's hear what he does on the album. So I think it's better. Of course it is a bit slower, but I think on the long run it is going to pay out.
And what's the genre, the style that predominates in the upcoming album?
Good question. There are so many influences on my musical tastes. It really depends on the lyrics for me. It depends on what am I singing about. It depends on the message. So I think I just can't tell you that there's going to be one gender of music that we are going to write all those additional songs that we are still missing for the album. Uh, uh, yeah, it is going to be like a medley, I guess. Couple of this, couple of that.
And tell us a little bit more about the story of a pioneer coming to the Eurovision Song Contest. How was the process of sending the song for the national final in Hungary, and how did you work on the song during the road to Stockholm?
Köszönöm szépen. Well, actually, it is a nice story. We did not know that we are going to take part in the pre-selection show in Hungary. We knew that it was coming, and actually, a couple of days before uh, the date expires, that you had to hand in, all the demos and this sort of stuff, we realized that we are ready with a demo version of the song, and we figured that it could work, and we felt like it has the power, it has the potential, it has the meaning, it has the message, and we just handed it in, and fortunately the jury loved that as well. They told us that it's in the last 30, which meant, the pre-selection show. And after that, we just worked on the song. We had to be quick about that because after handing in the demo version of it, in a couple of weeks, the whole show started, And we took part in the first round, which made it even harder, to finish the song. But fortunately, everything went well, and I am really, really happy that we could win the pre-selection show, and now we could be here. We get tons of positive comments on the song, and it really means a lot to me that a whole lot of people can relate to the song.
Speaking of relating to the song and the topic it covers, we've heard you said that Pioneer speaks about inner struggles.
Yeah, inner struggles. It's about being brave enough not to stand in line, be yourself, And I think this acceptance is really, really relevant, especially nowadays when we are saying that coming together, setting aside everything, the negativity and this sort of stuff. So through our lives, we have the struggles, but we have to face it. We have to face ourselves as well, because until then we are in clash with the whole world, and it's just actually the denial of happiness.
Well, we know too that you used to play basketball, I believe at a professional level, but you needed to
Yeah.
quit that because of a serious injury. How do you cope with that?
I really miss it. I love that sport. Since I was a child, I was always doing something, which meant more than a simple hobby. I play football, I play basketball. I love both of them, but somehow basketball was closer to me, and I loved it. I loved how we played through summers, with my friends, and nothing mattered. We just played, and I really miss that. But you have to cope with this sort of stuff. I knew that after hurting my ankles and after a serious injury to my knees would actually put an end to it. Yeah, accepting this was pretty hard, but I had to do that. I really miss it, but to tell you the truth, till this day, I just can't go up to the basketball ground because it actually hurts.
Do you have an alternative sports you take now?
Actually, nothing left for me, just fitness. I love that as well. I have to wear myself down physically as well, not only mentally. Otherwise, I don't feel healthy. So I physically, I have to train.
Well, there's been another singer, another very world famous singer that went through a story similar to you. That's Julio Iglesias. He used to play football as a goalkeeper
Really?
for Real Madrid.
I did not know that.
Now, maybe the story is going to repeat itself.
We'll see. Thank you very much.
Well, we're going to wrap up here. Thank you very much. But there is a last question I would like to ask. The slogan this year is "Come Together" for the Eurovision Song Contest. Let's say that next year the Eurovision Song Contest is in Hungary. What would you like to see, or what would you suggest as a slogan for that contest?
Being together.
Excellent. Well, that was great. Thank you very much,
you very
Freddie.
much.
Good luck, and see you around.
Thank you very much. See you soon.